Yeah, it's almost got this fulfilled internet bullshit. Fucking pussy ass shit. Fucking suffer, dude.
He's a rat. Snitch. I started to. Then I put angels getting you keep talking. Oh, crap. And then what was your night? He was still being the right sales. Make a difference. He used to be a CEO, now he's just a you know how Cuz Snoop does?
I'm ready.
Nobody messes with Snoop. That's it. And they just walked up on me like, fuck the dog crap. You know what I mean? There's gunshots. And
They about to run.
Flying by. You want to see the red shirts now? Like, shit, no cuts, no scars, no this, no nothing. But I run right to the law. We got officers going, punks in our faces. What the fuck you gonna do about it? I got mine, I got no arms. All you suckers out there is taking our little brawls.
Hey, go get this guy. Go get him.
You know me, a brawl, no, they don't ride and all that.
No, they don't. Nigga, don't.
Before the chaos in the headlines, let's take you back to Death Row Records.
Yeah.
Coming up in the ghetto, period, it was character. You know what I'm saying?
See the Buffalo's
Death
got
was no
stuff.
character.
What's the
If
fight,
you use it in a
bro?
positive way. When we seen, regular homies from the neighborhood.
What's the fight, bitch, man?
Street rap. You know,
What's the fight? Bitch,
made
man.
us feel like we could do it. Founded in 1991 by Dr. Dre and Suge Knight, it was the label that turned the West Coast hip hop into a global force.
Dr. Dre was one of these guys that could take this raw street sound and turn it into the kind of magic that would hit to a wide audience of kids.
That's the NWA concert.
That clearly was heard and felt by young people all over the country. You had pockets of young brothers who sold dope and had to carry 900 pistols.
Who could buy this man? We got it, man. Peter Wesley Phelps and Sly Dunbar, dude.
Certainly this kind of imagery was. In fact, they couldn't even hear it on their regular radio stations.
Dre gave it the sound, Suge gave it power. A man tied to the mob pirate bloods, feared by nearly everybody in the industry.
I think the most important thing in my situation was I wasn't coached. I think if a person is coached about the business, they will continue to make the same mistakes that other entrepreneurs been making all along. The appeal of Death Row Records and everybody wanting to join Death Row Records at the time was the fact that Suge Knight was a black man with a lot of power, and he was a fierce individual. That's the type of person you want on your team. Suge Knight is an intimidating individual. When he enters a room, you notice it. You can't help it. I think that he would be considered a handsome man, huge man. Suge's tremendous size intimidated people. When you got a 300-pound guy saying something, it means a lot more than if you really say it. Suge was bright enough to use his size, much like Don King uses his hair. The hype got so big that everybody started fearing. Suge became somewhat like a folk hero after a while. These stories just develop a life of their own. You got Suge doing everything from throwing people off of a 30-story building to, putting rocks and burying them in cement. The media, they put bad names on people and, try to run their drag their name to the dirt, whatever. But now, as an individual, you got to do what you got to do to get paid.
He was a very brilliant businessman. Whatever his tactics might have been, whoever he had to step on the
Sure, man.
his main objective was to just get there at any cost.
There's a genius, which is a part of him, and
How about G knows now?
Yeah, I'm far from being insane.
Backed by Suge Knight's muscle, Death Row became the biggest rap label in the world that was built on gangster rap.
What's my name?
Tower Records in Marina Del Rey, where this is really the hottest album on the shelf right now.
Since the album was released at midnight last night, at this distro, they've already sold 130 CDs and about 100 cassettes. It could be the hottest album ever. Get it before it's gone.
Nobody had ever in the modern era had their very first album go #1. Triple Platinum album was $30 million to the record label. It's more like $45 million on the retail level. Death Row became the core of Interscope, which became the core of Warner Brothers' music money-making machine. After the Snoop album came out, it was all great. Because, man, Death Row was flying high then.
After the success of the Doggy Style album, Death Row didn't need to look elsewhere. He kept everything in-house. You had Dre behind the board, shaping every sound, Nate Dogg laying down smooth hooks, And even though Snoop wasn't officially part of the dog pound, he was right there with Daz and Corrupt on every record. Every beat, every verse,
record.
every hook came straight out of Death Row. And then came the missing piece of the puzzle.
Every record.
I'm straight.
Look at Tupac. Look at him.
Tupac signed to Death Row, and not long after, it became a West Coast versus East Coast war.
Oh, we know the government y'all got right now, which is bad boy and knives and all that bullshit. I'm gonna bring a new government in that will eat every person in New York.
Tupac was my friend, so I had no problem playing my role. You know, nigga, you need to wear suits, nigga. Hugo Boss, nigga, jewelry, do this, do that, nigga, lay your hair down. But once he started bad mouthing Dre, feeling like that's coming from Suge.
Tupac and Dr. Dre was fine from the beginning.
That's what's coming from the album.
I mean, you didn't see any problems.
Especially the West
I worked there in 95 up until early 96. Dr. Dre had been in the studio twice. Pac took offense to that.
He wasn't the producer shit. I don't think it was producing the beat like on my album. I don't think it was the beat that Dre was getting track.
Dance, all them little producers, and they did the tracks. Dre was doing tracks.
Suge basically took on the role for Tupac that he had taken on for Dre. And I don't think it's a coincidence. At a certain point, you know, Tupac started becoming the mouthpiece for Suge and started dissing Dre.
He even though but he ain't working for years. I'm out here in the street, you know what I mean? Whooping niggas ass, sparking wars and shit, putting it down, dropping albums, doing my shit. And this nigga taking 3 years to do one song.
I got all these people around me. How many of them do I really need?
He wasn't as inspired. It was like
You about to go need them?
thugs and niggas up there that had to do it.
It was mostly just the way the studio was. You know, and that's where I have to spend most of my time.
It was not a work atmosphere. It became fun and games. Succession kicked in. We were stars and motherfuckers stuff being around.
With the growing atmosphere of violence, Dre decided to leave Death Row.
When Dr. Dre left Death Row Records, that was a really shock to me. Because I was real confused at how you start a label, you leave the label. I always figured if you have a problem with somebody on your label, you make them leave the label. You go on with what you're doing. I guess that was the way to learn. It wasn't all this label.
Dre's departure wasn't a loss. I mean, you have a multi-million-dollar company maybe worth $1 billion or so, and you own 100% and don't have a partner. And you have to give him nothing, but it's walking papers. That's great. With having a partner to having 100% of the company. And so he got what he wanted, I got what I wanted, and you know, life goes on.
It is a lot to leave behind.
That's like walking away from Motown or something. Keep it. I'm gone. Things wasn't going right.
The war knows.
I actually didn't even know the nigga left.
G-Child knows.
And I popped up at the studio. People looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing here? It was crazy, you know. Ain't nobody got to slap me and nothing like that. That if you thinking that, that's not what happened.
That's what brought the gangster into the music and the business.
What if they would have had control and that whole element of it wouldn't have been a part of it? Would it still been as successful? Or did the controversy really make them successful? See, that's the hard thing to answer. Like, was it because it was Bloods and Death Row and Snoop Dogg and Tupac? And was it really all that? Because if it would have went right, Eminem would have came, 50 Cent would have came. I mean, think about that. Sometimes when I see Suge with Dr. Dre was that was a wild man. One of that crosses in my mind, like, wow, it would have been $500 billion company, man. You know what I mean?
Death Row got deeper into the East Coast versus West Coast war. Tupac's beef with Biggie and P Diddy put Death Row at war with Bad Boy Records. Snoop
already at war.
wasn't able to continue the cycle of hatred.
They're already at
On
war with
97
them
and
already.
Just days after the 1996 MTV Awards, Snoop said he had love for Biggie and Puff.
It was after the Ruthless Death Row thing kind of died. Now it's all to the Bad Boy versus Death Row thing.
And I just walked up the wrong way. Fuck that niggas. Them niggas trying to kill me. Niggas shot at you. You talking about you want to do a song with them niggas? I wasn't thinking about his emotion. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked the niggas' music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage
footage of all of us hanging out. Pop, Biggie, Puff, Suge, all of us together. Prior to Death Row. Just on some regular shit. So, that to me, I never seen myself getting involved. Even when he played the video for me to hit him up.
Snoop doesn't like
Even
it.
when he played
Snoop doesn't like it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Tupac wasn't happy with Snoop's public
Snoop hated to hit him up.
On the
Him.
flight home from New York, Tupac and Suge Knight ignored Snoop. And Snoop could feel the tension building, leaving Snoop feeling vulnerable.
Now we flying back to LA the next day. So normally I got 2 security with me that fly on the private plane where Suge got his home, I got his security. We get to the private plane, Suge like, they can't go. Security like, all right, well, come on with us, dog. I'm like, nah, I'm staying there. I'm riding with you. Like, this either the moment you niggas gonna kill me, and we're gonna get some clarity in this area. We got a 5.5 hour flight. I ain't got no security. You niggas ain't feeling me right now. I felt like they were feeling each other's vibe. Like they was tip for tap. When we get on, when I get on the plane after they say my security came wrong, we don't say nothing to me. So I sit down. They still don't say nothing to me. I'm gonna
This
take
is
off.
bullshit ass buffalo.
All right, I see what's gonna happen. I've been around these niggas. I know how they hear. I grab me a knife and a fork, get my blanket, put my blanket over my eyes to like them right up on the ear. 5.5 hours like this. Sitting in the back of the plane, all the way in the back on the last seat. So nigga, somebody gonna get killed. Nigga, if I'm gonna get killed, somebody dying with I'm just my back against the wall. 5.5 hours. Nobody said one word. Not one fucking word. So as we land, they roll the little stairs down. The niggas go out first. My Rolls Royce right here, Pop Rolls Royce right here. Go down the stairs, Pop go down. I go down, I'm like, Pop, you going to Vegas to the fight?
Right after Tupac was killed in a drive-by shooting. He died 6 days later. He was 25.
Killed in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. No one has been arrested in killing. Shakur was 25 years old.
It's just a shame that another brother was lost as a victim of his music.
Tupac's murder sent shockwaves through hip-hop. It also marked a turning point for Snoop, with Dre gone and Tupac now dead. Death Row's 2 guiding stars were out in the picture.
You knew that company was going to come crashing down fast first. People
let the fame go to their heads, the egos took over. The next thing you know, it wasn't nowhere to go but that.
Suge Knight then was sent to court on a parole violation for his involvement in the casino brawl the night of Tupac's shooting, leaving the label's future uncertain. Snoop Dogg, still Death Row's flagship artist, felt the empire crumbling around him.
think for the 1992 attack on conspiring rappers in Hollywood recording studio, this is a man who has 8 different convictions.
Then, Your Honor, I ask you, how many bites as probation after does this defendant get? I think it is very clear that Mr. Knight deliberative was right for
He had been involved in the assault, and the way he left the scene caused me to believe that he knew exactly what it was he was doing, what he had been involved in. Your prior record indicates one of violence. You are a danger to the community. Your prior performance on probation was not satisfactory. You committed other crimes while you were on probation. You're not a suitable candidate for probation, in other words, and so therefore probation is denied.
After that, Snoop's faith in Death Row was fading, and he began to look for a way out of Death Row.
My train of thought was, man, I ain't playing with them no more. I've been dealing with this my whole life. I'm gonna find a new leaf to turn.
Suge's imprisonment, Death Row turned into chaos. Snoop was still legally tied to Death Row, but he couldn't trust anyone as the label was full of gang tension, the Bloods, Suge's Mob Pirate, and the Crips. And at that moment, Snoop was actually broke at no money because Suge controlled everything. Master P got in touch with Snoop and offered him some money for a paid feature.
This dude had a song called Gangsta Shit on his album, and he wanted to be on it. And I was like, man, look what you need. And I told him I wanted $3,500 because I was broke and I was just like, couldn't get some money. P gave me a check for $35,000. I was like, he put another zero. This is my kind of nigga. And he was asking what I was doing next. And I was about to do an album called Death Row. He was like, hold on, bro, you don't need to do that. Give me a few days, let me figure it out.
No Limit Records were eager to sign Snoop Dogg.
he decided to steal the shoe. Everybody at that time was dead afraid of shit.
I've never been afraid of no man. You know. So P goes to New Creek Prison. I met with Suge Knight. What you want? To Snoop. Told me what it was. And that was it.
The deal went through and Snoop officially joined No Limit Records in the early 1998. The only two artists still signed to Death Row were Daz and Corrupt, aka the Dog Pound. But when Suge also stopped paying them, Daz, who was actually Snoop Dogg's real cousin, sued Suge and left Death Row and started working with Snoop Dogg again. Corrupt then followed Daz. It felt like a fresh start with the Dog Pound and it felt like the family was back together again.
It's a vibe, it's a vibe. Once you got that vibe, never leave that vibe. It was just like collaborating together on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you guys want to go eat? Yeah, all right. You want to be Corrupt? All right. Like, compliment each other.
Suge made sure the world still remembered his name. On October the 31st, 2000, while still behind bars, he dropped Dead Man Walking, an unauthorized Snoop Dogg album made from old Death Row recordings. Suge determined to get his empire back and also wanted revenge on anyone who walked away from Death Row.
He's a fool. He's a rat. A snitch.
Countdown to freedom. That's a freedom countdown. Oh, Suge got released.
In 2001, Suge gets released from jail looking like he's ready for war and heads back to his empty Death Row office ready to take back everything he's lost. Word got around fast that he was coming to sign Corrupt back to Death Row to become the first artist back under Suge's wing.
What's up, man? We live here, man. Exclusive interview. Motherfucker, they put that on the internet, nigga, man. And they take it up.
It's clear Death Row was back in business, but Suge wanted revenge.
Corrupt, the newest member of Death Row.
Really?
He returns back home to daddy.
That's it. Fuck him. That's it. Fuck him.
You want $3 million. Your dad from the gate.
Ooh.
It's like,
Don't blame him.
they gotta give us 3 tickets,
Yo,
yo.
I'm not fucking with that, bro.
It's about that, bro.
It's about that. Nigga, you on your computer right now, nigga. You go check out what they saying right now, nigga. Up there, they going Zoom. Niggas going down on the internet.
Fuck about their fan base, nigga. Fuck their fan base.
3 million ain't shit.
In 2002, Corrupt, one of Snoop's closest brothers from the Dog Pound, re-signed with Death Row, taking a new executive role.
Man decided to do it. The fuck you gonna do about it, huh?
Snoop that felt like betrayal. The same label that once trapped him was now trying to rebuild with one of his own.
First, it was like a rumor. Everyone's like, Trump was going to go back to Death Row. And then, like, about a month later, I seen him on TV. You only got so long as an artist. Also, you got to do the next move.
How did you end up being back on the book?
Just talking with the big homie, you know what I mean? He basically was telling me, you know, real things for my life, which made me want to put my career in it.
He had that look on his face, like, man, I don't want to be here right now, but I got to be here. Like, when you're down and your record company's not existing anymore, and the only thing you know how to do, you can't even do anymore, and you got that guy in your ear, man.
You know what I'm saying? It was just shit, like, you know, doing the little TV things he did, you know.
You can't blame Suge Knight for being the guy that wants to stick his hand out and say, hey, man, I'll help you out. What's Snoop doing for you? What's this Daz doing for you? You know, he's in his ear when he was down. I think that if they would have found a way to get Corrupt what he needed to do what he's got to do, it wouldn't have been that. I even told him, if Snoop Dogg and them can't make nothing for you, I go get that money. Should just use it. And it didn't matter how much money he was going to pay him. To me, I don't know Suge, and I don't know his relationship with Corrupt, but man, you can see that shit. That he just used him to just say, fuck you, dog down, fuck Snoop, fuck that. Look who I got over here. And all I had to do was give him some money. You know what I mean? I think Suge sometimes, you know, people will, you gotta see both sides of it. But you also show those guys how to get their money and do what they do. You put them on the map. You know, you can never take it away from that guy. That shit hurt a lot. That hurt feelings.
Snoop spoke out, saying he was dumbfounded to Suge's fake power. He wasn't scared anymore, and when he dropped Pimp Slapped in 2002, calling Suge out by name, it was personal. It was the end of his fear and the start of an open war.
Pimp Slap. Then it was addressed.
Snoop comes hard on Pimp
Snoop
Slap.
is Suge an interview.
Messed up the industry.
I'm interviews.
Like it's right, like shit, like some bitch, and that's on my life. It's you got the industry.
He even calls out Death Row comes for corrupt.
The rappers and artists tell me to shut it up, because I'm dead last one of them up, especially corrupt.
At the end of Pimp Slap, Snoop played a real voicemail from Big Jim Bob, one of Suge's own people who was allegedly tied to the Mob Pyru members, exposing Suge's lies. The message caused chaos, and soon after Big Jim Bob sued Snoop for using it. Not long after that, Daz and Snoop released a bootleg street DVD with the humiliation of a Suge Knight lookalike, but it's too graphic to put on YouTube. Go check it out on the Patreon or sign up for a membership on the Hip Hop Files YouTube channel. With Suge out of jail, the street walkers and Suge and Snoop's at full swing. Rumors were that full-on gang war between factions loyal to Suge and Snoop could erupt. It was open season on Suge Knight and Snoop was firing with both barrels. Suge and Snoop exploded on interviews with disses flying back and forth.
Crocodile be the first out the cage. I got mine, I don't got no warrants.
And believe me, they own the country. Now we'll move on anybody for it.
So they're in the cage. So when I unlock that cage, Crocodile coming out smashing motherfuckers.
Kids, cause I'm a monster. Snoop Dogg, either God stomp you. Whatever you do, I'm gonna do. How do you want to play with what? You want to do that? I'm gonna do it all. It all boils down to the fact that you're jealous of my paper style.
You got Eastwood.
Fucking gangster numbers, bitch, you know your rep is Snoop Dogg. How could you ever be a leader?
All my people's monsters.
I just want to say Suge nice, bitch, and everybody down with it, beat him up. Straight up.
Corrupt is something that most people won't do. He said, you know what? I'm admit my wrong, and that's like home. So all you other niggas who went the other way, y'all be a dick. It's really not about old niggas no more. They had their turn to get the fuck out the game. But they will.
With Suge out of jail, it seemed like he was coming for Snoop's neck. Even when Suge was in jail, he was sending bloods to Snoop Dogg constantly.
Grand finale, where they brought all the 11 soldiers on stage.
So the soldiers then went on stage. Now I'm back here talking to these death row niggas by myself. Nigga trying to take off on me. Whoa, he missed. I get out of there.
I'm up on the side stage, and Snoop just comes flying by.
Master P didn't get the word while they're on stage.
I can see somebody, and they're telling everybody to come.
They literally right on stage in the middle of performance. And and everybody was like running out the gates. We wow, run out.
DJ's got the record spinning, and there's gunshots.
Shit.
On the song, but the audience doesn't know that.
Shit, they running.
Is happening.
Don't run,
This
running.
is the radio shirts happening. Like,
They running.
I see the fuck, I see that camera fires too.
I don't care what Wednesday. No cuts, no scoring, no hits, no nothing.
MC running.
We my copy with everything. I'm trying to save my life. They handcuffed me. They put Big Mac in the police car.
As soon as we come out the door, we got officers throwing punks in our faces and helicopter,
They didn't know what Snoop was. They're screaming, what the fuck is Snoop? Snoop, all right. The 20 cops aiming shotguns at them. They're screaming back, y'all need to get on your knees, everybody on your knees. And they're like, we ain't get on our fucking knees. It's a standoff.
I know they were soldiers. Ready. I was in the back of the police car like this. I seen about 9 niggas walk out like this. Master P was going crazy. What's happening? What's up? They just heard it. The niggas just jumped. Snoop, they didn't jump me. They didn't get none. Been doing this shit for years, man. They take me and my cousin Daz to jail. And when we get in there, Ray J. We spend 4 hours in jail with Ray J. I ain't making
Daz, what going to jail with Daz and Ray J, man? What the fuck?
Suge was right there, backstage, like
Some niggas jump Snoop. Don't get this nigga, man. Don't get him. Oh, you don't fuck with Snoop. Oh, take that.
GTA. Suge
Nah,
Knight
nah.
was spreading his
You fuck with the dog, nigga.
to make a statement. That
You
sparked
know,
the
take that, hey.
later on when he crossed paths with the dog pound, that old beef didn't just stay in the past. He caught up with them all, added even more fuel to the fire that was tied to Suge Knight.
Easy boys. They was just, I mean, me and Ricky Harris was riding around, you know, a little go-kart thing, getting ready to shoot a six.
What, the country club
And they
incident,
just walked
dude?
up on me like, fuck the dog pound, you know what I mean?
They
My
just want.
response is like, I mean, I'm not, it's about 100 people around there. One of them went behind me.
They-
So I'm like, well, we not swing now, else I just get swung on. So,
Nate, you just hit Joyce with the fucking golf club. That's what you just did to Joyce. You just hit with the golf club. Bam, cuz. And then BG knockout chasing your ass with the motherfucking golf club. Then the security come to tell him to drop the motherfucking club. The hoes running.
I don't know how much he had to do with influence they were talking about us.
The hoes running and shit. The hoes running. Then BG knockout chasing with the club. Joyce said chasing with the club, and then the security told him to put it down. Joyce threw the club down. That's what he did. Just threw the bitch down. Shit. Threw it down.
And we not trying to, we know who we out there trying to make money because I know that real bad. It look real simple.
Ping. He hit Joyce with the club. Hit him with the club first. What?
After years of tension, threats, and bad blood, fate brought Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight face to face in Las Vegas back in 2013.
Oh.
I was, moving around doing my thing. What was the temperature at that point between the relationship? Right, okay. Yeah. Hot. Like I had niggas that wanted right there.
He's that fat tape. Make goodness.
I had to tell them. Let me holler. So this is what I do. I say, well, let's face with this little bit of walk with. I'm gonna have my folks come down there and tell you what room. And then when you come up to my room, ain't gonna be nobody in it. Just me and you. About 45 minutes, I set my nigga down, go get cuz and tell me to come up. I said, matter of fact, don't even come up with it. I want him to feel comfortable. Just tell him, well, matter of fact, give him the room key. Come on in. Nobody in there, just me and my nigga Superfly. And so we chopping up. And the whole conversation is, nigga, I loved you, nigga. I could have saved you. I had nothing but love. And this conversation was that I love you. I ain't got nothing but love for you. Why did you try to get me by when you love me? You know what? I forgive you. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. This nigga outside that wants your head right now. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. We're gonna walk about it. We're gonna be cool from this day forward.
For the first time since Death Row days, Snoop and Suge walked.
They lost Tupac.
Leaving the past where it belongs.
This is money. This is a game changer. As a firefighter, I barely have time for myself.
See, the rap game is so shook up, man. Yeah, fix the buffering problems. Don't know what's really up with this shit. Finish this thing now. You guys like this video, man? Guys like this video or something? Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you already have, and you can drop a comment. You have something to say about the video I just did with me watching the thing with Snoop and Suge battling. You know what I'm saying? It's called Just Another Rap Beef. Just Another Rap Beef. That's what it's called. See, there's Suge, and then there's Snoop. That's a whole war. The whole war that just shook the West Coast to its core anyway. But it just shook the entire, industry to its core anyway. And that's what it's doing. But they didn't try to make any like it either, so I gotta make sure make it more big as it could. It's more known than this Rudy Ray Moore live show that I had to do, but I had to do it just for the sake of it, the sake of what I'm doing. You gotta get your lyrics on. I'm not going. I'm not just going to bed or something, but I gotta go take me a bath, dude. It's nearly late as hell. It's nearly late as hell. I gotta go take a bath. I'm out, man.